Alright, in this video I'm going to show you how I make my St. Louis style pork ribs on the barbecue, charcoal barbecue. I'm going to first I got the barbecue going, it's getting hot, got the coals lit. Now I'm going to prepare my marinade to brush on the meat as it's grilling. And so I'm going to use a tin pan, not too big, and one whole stick of butter, real butter. I'm going to use 2 tablespoons of honey, citron, and ginger tea, 1/4 cup of apple cider vinegar, Bragg, and probably 2 teaspoons of Folgers. We'll see how that comes out. I have a good feeling about this. I just do. I'll let you know, but yeah, it's going to be a good marinade to brush on while it's cooking. And then after I brush it on and everything, let it sit for a little bit on the grill, I'm going to add some dry rub, and I'll show you that later. But what I'll do is I'll add all these ingredients, the amounts I just told you, into this pan, just like this. And then I'll stick it on the grill before I put the meat on, like maybe 5-7 minutes before I put the meat on, and let it melt and come together. And then I'll mix it up real thoroughly, and then I'll brush it on the meat. Yeah, so I forgot to tell you, but the butter I got, I think it's Challenge brand butter at Walmart, real butter. I got this honey, citron, and ginger tea. I don't know what you call it, but it makes tea, right? It's for tea, but it's got a really good flavor to it. This is at Costco. Folgers I got at Costco, but I can get it anywhere. And the Bragg's, I believe, Walmart. Large bottle of Bragg's apple cider vinegar. Just to let you know, I will be smoking these ribs as well. I use applewood for ribs. It's a light flavored wood. Okay, it is not too robust, so it's just perfect for ribs, I think, and chicken as well. So basically, you're gonna put a good amount in there, right? Not a whole bunch, but a good amount. You're gonna fill it with water. You let it soak for a good hour, is what I do. Because you don't want the chips to catch on fire. You want them to smoke. So if you soak them in wood, it's going to absorb that water, and they won't catch fire. They'll just smolder and smoke over the coals. And I got me a nice little cast iron smoker box from Walmart, I think it was. Oh, maybe I'm wrong. No, it wasn't Walmart. It was Home Depot. And I've had this for a while. But yeah, you just, it's about 1 inch deep. And you just put your chips in there, kind of rinse them off. I mean, don't fill it with water, obviously. You're just going to shake the water off the chips and then put the chips in there. And you're going to press down. You're going to knock down the coals where it's not so much of a mountain, more of a flat bed of coals. And you're going to, once they get white hot, and you're going to lay this smoker box full of the apple chips, which you can buy anywhere, okay? Walmart, Home Depot, Lowe's, pretty much anywhere. And then you're gonna smoke them, all right? And I usually like to cook about 300, 350. See, we're getting close to 350 here. About 325 right now. Probably gonna have to open this up, and it won't burn so hot. It'll let the heat out more. It'll kind of drop the temperature. Just see how it dropped just a little bit already. And I don't like to cook too hot, man. I like to take my time and But anyways, what I've been doing lately is I just cook the temperature. You can Google it. You can find out the temperature for different meats that you like. Ways to cook that you like say if you like medium rare, there's a specific temperature for medium rare for beef, for pork, for fish, okay, for seafood. If you like it well done, there's a higher, obviously a higher temperature for that, and you get a nice little digital thermometer, and you just check the meat, you know, periodically, like every, I don't know, 10 minutes, and you get a reading. Okay, if you're getting closer to that temperature, I would suggest check it every 3 minutes. Okay, once you get closer to that temperature, the ideal temperature they say for that, you know, type of meat you want, whether it's medium rare, you know, or well done or whatever. Okay, and I'm telling you, it comes out perfect every time. It won't be dried out. It'll be just moist, just perfect, the way you like it. Anyway, I like my ribs medium rare. Okay, I believe that's around 150. So I'm going to go about 150, and then I'll pull them off. All right, so I got my nice heavy duty thick foil, all right, that I kind of shaped, and I sprayed it with 100% pure avocado oil spray, and I really just, you know, was liberal with it. I mean, I used a lot. I don't want this stuff getting stuck to that foil, okay? And then I also sprayed the underside of the rack of ribs and the top side with some of that olive oil. And I'm going to put this on the grill, and I'm going to get it, you know, cooking a little bit for 5 minutes before I start to put the marinade that I was showing you earlier and brush it on the meat. Okay. Oh, and by the way, I don't like to get the huge, ginormous rack of ribs for the pork. I like the small, kind of the baby back, you know, it's only as big as my hand, okay? I find it's more tender. It's just a better cut. And I found this on sale for 20 bucks, which I was really stoked about. And I got that at Save Mart. All right, I got my ribs on the top rack. It's kind of hot. It's like 500 degrees. I guess I got a little bit too much coals. And these are the standard coals, but man, they're pretty hot. And I got that coal rack all the way down even, and it's still too hot. But I think I'm going to add a little rock here. Look at that, pretty cool, huh? I think the Indians use this for making their acorn mush. Anyway, I'm going to put this right here in the corner, and I'm going to, you know, not let it close all the way. That way I'll get that temperature to come down where I want it. Like I said, 350 is great for ribs. Okay, 325, 350. All right, so after that cooks for about 5 minutes, then I'm going to put on that marinade tray, that foil tray I was showing you earlier. All right, I got the temperature about 350, which is perfect. I just put on my marinade, the butter and all that stuff, in the foil pan. I put it off to the side of the coals, and then, yep, it's looking good. The ribs have only been on for about 5 minutes, so it's nothing. They're going to be on there for probably 35 or so. And you'll see that temperature climb up to 350. Anyway, I don't want to bore you here. I'm gonna get back to you when I do the next step. All right, I took those soaked applewood chips out of the bowl, drained off the water, and placed them in my smoker box. And now I'm gonna knock the coals down flat, and I'm gonna stick it on the coals so it'll start to smoke. All right, just like that. They're sitting right on top of the coals. I knocked the coals down, made them a little flat. Now we're gonna close this door up. I'm still gonna prop open the grill because it's a little bit hot. That's kind of right where I want it. Yeah, it's like 325. Let me see if I close this down a little bit. I'm a real big fan of charcoal grills. It's just better flavor. Propane's okay, but I'm telling you that the charcoal's the way to go for flavor, you know. But if you have a propane, use a propane. I mean, whatever, man. Whatever you like, okay? Alright, the marinade is finally broken down. The butter and whatnot. Now I'm going to just mix that all together. And I'm going to baste it on the ribs. Okay, it looks pretty good. Sorry about the picture here. Try not to burn my hand while I film this. My arm, this pretty hot coming off the coals there. Yeah, I just give it a good liberal base, you know, of this marinade. And then we'll let it sit for a while. Okay. And you can move this off to the side a little bit more, keep it away from that heat. Because it's already broken down. It'll stay good for a while. Alright, close it back up. Let that temperature get back up to around 350, 325. We'll be doing good. Won't take all day. I'm thinking 35, 40 minutes. Alright, just a little information for you guys. According to the USDA, ribs are safe to eat at 145 when you check the internal temperature with a thermometer in the middle, you know, in the very middle of that meat. But the collagen and fat doesn't break down till about 190 to 205. And so you want to cook these to where the internal temperature of the rib, right, on the inside, not the outside, but the inside with the thermometer, is about 190 to 200. And then, man, it'll just fall off the bone, just be so tender and juicy. Okay, we're 22 minutes into the cook. I had set my timer after the last base, the first base I did, for 12 minutes. So now we're ready to baste it again. It's smoking pretty good too. Now that smoker. See that? And look at this. Don't be shy. Put a lot on. Trust me, this is going to come out delicious. Woo! Smoky. I'm gonna let that cook for about 3 minutes, and then I'm going to put on some dry rub and a little bit of mustard. I'll show you in a bit. Okay, so 25 minutes into the cook, I'm going to check the temperature. That smoke, woo! So the pork is actually safe to eat, but we want 190. Not quite there yet. 153. You're getting there. Now, After that second baste, I'm going to put on some Famous Dave's seasoning rib rub. Stuff's really good, man. And my wife got it at Smart and Final. You can be liberal with it. Not too salty. And then I'm going to use some salt-free garlic and herb rub seasoning. And my boss told me that mustard's really good on like ribs or steaks, so I'm going to put a little bit of mustard. It's almost out. Right there. Then I'm going to just get my brush and just coat the ribs with that mustard over that rub. Voila. Okay, close it down and let it cook. Remember, we're 25 minutes in at 153. So it's got to go to at least 190. All right. All right. I just put the dry rub and the mustard on there, and I noticed, you know what? I need to probably raise the coals up a little bit because it's not quite hot enough. I'm going to raise this up a little bit here, and that will get us to the temperature we want quicker, because the coals are kind of getting depleted here. All right, so we're 32 minutes in approximately to this cook. Let's check this temperature out. Well, we're getting there. Oh, we're there. I think I'm going to pull these off because they're going to cook a little bit once I wrap them up and let them sit. Maybe not. That's going down. A little bit longer. Alright, so these are 183 right now. I set the timer for 6 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and sear it on the top side. I'm going to flip it, okay? Bam! Flipped it, and I'm going to let it sear for 6 more minutes. We're going to check the temperature. Alright, so about 6 minutes later, I want to say 38 minutes approximate time cooking in. We're going to check the temperature again.
How long has that bread been in there?
I wonder why it went down. Have it far enough down, I guess. Oh, come on, 190. Well, not quite, but a little bit longer. I'm gonna go ahead and flip it over again. You know what? I'm gonna drop this down. I'm gonna drop this down to that lower level. Get some more heat on it. And I'm gonna flip it over again. There we go, baby. That's why I use that foil. Yep, I must have ripped the foil a little bit. Darn it, darn it, darn it. There. Let this cook a little bit longer. Okay, so we're good. And you see how it has a nice sear on top of the meat? That's what you want. That is going to be delicious. I'm going to pull it off, put it in a pan, and cover it with foil. Let it sit for about 10 minutes. Alright guys, the ribs came out great. If you don't believe me, here's my wife. What do you think, babe?
Oh, it's really good. It's tender, it has good flavor, and it's yummy.
Alright. Okay, so here, you guys heard it from my wife, so try it out. You'll love it. Later.